Hey guys, Original Boris here, back again for my very last drive-in files of the season. This was the last weekend of the drive-in, so I went ahead and went with Max and Mia. They were playing the Expendables 2, and they were also playing Lawless. The Expendables 2 I had already seen. I saw it in August at the movie theater. I never had the opportunity to do a movie review. I had a lot going on this past August. Lot going on, so I never got to making a movie review, but finally watched it again at the drive-in, so I'll finally get to do my review here on the Expendables 2. Movie is of course the sequels to the Expendables, which brought a lot of stars from the 80s back, a few stars from the 90s, and put them into a big movie together. It was nice to see them. Part 2 brought back Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bruce Willis, Jet Li had a little role in the movie. Chuck Norris appeared in the film. Randy Couture's in it. Man, there's so many stars. Dolph Lundgren, I'm trying to think of them all, but there's just a lot of stars. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Finally, Jean-Claude Van Damme came back into a big screen film back at the movie theater. Nice to see him again. But the movie just starts off where there's something in a map that they're trying to find, because actually it's like a computer chip, and this chip has everything that they need for something that's in a mine from the Cold War back in the 80s. This weapon that is hidden in this mine has the power to destroy the Earth, pretty much. And Jean-Claude Van Damme, he plays the villain. He is trying to get a hold of this thing because he wants to have control. And Sylvester Stallone and his friends, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bruce Willis, Chuck Norris, they're all trying to stop Jean-Claude Van Damme from, can't really remember the names of their characters. I think Jean-Claude Van Damme's name in this Expendables 2 is Jean, and in part 3 he's supposed to come back as Claude, so the twin brother of Jean, so Jean-Claude. That was pretty clever. So they are making a part 3. So it's just them trying to stop Jean-Claude Van Damme from getting a hold of this weapon that can destroy everything. And Jean-Claude Van Damme has kidnapped a bunch of people, and he's making them do the mining for him. Kind of full of himself, likes to be in control type of character. He does a very good job of playing the bad guy, and very nice to see him in a role where he's the bad guy. And me, pretty much, it's really nice to see all these 80s action stars come back. Just having them all together in a film, I thought it was very cool that Sylvester Stallone was able to pull that off in part 1, part 2, and now part 3 that they're also going to be making. Very nice to see them come back. If you grew up in the 80s, you know all these action stars, and it's very nice to see them once again. And they're all still in like a great action film shape. So movie I thought was pretty good for an action film. It does have that 80s vibe to it. A lot of unrealistic things, kind of like what the 80s action movies had. A lot of unrealistic events that happened in those action movies. This one kind of had that, but I think it was intentional. It was supposed to have that, and it was well done. So I really enjoyed the Expendables 2. I don't really remember much about the first one. I gotta watch it again. I only watched it one time, and I don't really remember much about it. I don't know what was going on when I was watching it. I kept getting distracted or something. But I'll have to watch part 1 again, because part 2 was pretty good, and I'll do a review on part 1 and let you know what I think about that one. But Expendables 2, like I said, if you like the 80s action films, you like the 80s action stars, this is your type of film. Even though a lot of it is unrealistic, this is your type of film. I enjoyed it. Very well made, and brought back some memories watching these stars come back. So that was the Expendables 2. I recommend it, like I said, if you like the 80s. The other movie that I watched was Lawless. That one is based on a true story. It stars Shia LaBeouf, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. And that one it's based on a true story about the Prohibition era, when alcohol was banned, and a lot of people started making alcohol in their cellars, their basements, and you know, it was called moonshine, and then they'd race it to different parts of the country to sell it underground. Kind of became the big in the black market. So imagine alcohol being banned today. You know how popular alcohol is. You know, I'm not a big drinker myself, but a lot of us like that nice cold beer every now and then. So imagine alcohol being banned, and that's what the movie is about, just the Prohibition era, and these guys trying to take their moonshine to other parts of the country and are running into some trouble along the way, running into some mobsters and also some corrupt lawmen. Pretty good movie. It was I thought it was well made. I also I don't know too much about it, but I guess the Prohibition era, it was actually what started NASCAR. If you're a NASCAR fan, then you would understand more about it than I would. Anyway, that was just a little side note that I thought I'd throw in there. It really had nothing to do with the movie. But Lawless, pretty good movie. Pretty interesting how things were back then, and I don't know how people were able to survive without their alcohol back then, since alcohol is so popular nowadays. But check it out. It's pretty good. Prohibition era, making some moonshine type of movie, and pretty interesting. Some mobsters in there, like I said. So check it out. Those are the two movies that I watched. Sorry, this is just a very quick review. I just wanted to let you know what I watched the last weekend at the drive-in. The season will start again in March, either late March or early April. The drive-in opens up again. So I'll try to go. I tried to go a lot this year, but the last 2 months I had a lot going on, so I didn't really get to. I didn't go to the drive-in for the past 2 months, but I did still end up being able to go on the last weekend. So it was still pretty good to go, and I'll try to go more next year. I had planned on going more this year. I still went quite a bit, but I'll definitely have some more stuff for you guys next year. So thanks for watching. That was my last drive-in files of 2012, and hope you enjoyed it. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. Bye.